SVOs don't get enough love. Maybe you still hate it.
Gutted, ported, rotated intake, 80-pound injectors.
This has been painted too. He made that, guys. Hello and welcome to Gearhead 704. I'm Matt, and today, guys, we are talking about SVOs, and more specifically, my buddy MrAutoMotif's SVO. But before we do that, I want to cover a couple things. One is, look where we're at. We're finally back in my garage. I cannot remember the last time I filmed a video here. Yeah, the garage itself is not doing so great. Had plans to put another vehicle here, mainly like Nemesis or my truck. But you know, right now it's taken up by all this other stuff. So it is summertime and the kids have been using, you know, the garages they see fit and all that kind of thing. But anyway, you'll notice on my convertible right here, I have some big plans for this. Stay tuned to the channel. Something is coming soon. Something that, in fact, I had planned to do about 2 years ago. And I promised I was gonna do it right here on the channel. I did promise you guys. I don't know how many of you are still around from 2 years ago, but we are about to complete that promise. So stay tuned to the channel for that big thing coming here for Tar Heel Fox, or at least I think it's a big thing. I'm really excited about it. And the other thing I did want to cover is I do have a link down below. It's the second link down below, I believe, to my Amazon affiliate link. And all that means is that anytime you guys buy something off of Amazon, if you click that link before you do, I get a small commission. Doesn't cost you any more, same price as normal, but it does help the channel out. All that money goes back in the channel. I just wanted to mention that. We had a good use of it not too long ago and it's kind of died down. So I don't mention it a lot, but it will help because I do need to buy a cam for Nemesis and my 347 that's still being built. That's kind of the last piece I need to buy. We are gonna put that 347 into Nemesis, and as soon as I can get the cowl welded on, which I am making progress there, but as soon as that can happen, then we can drop the engine in and do all kinds of things. But anyway, today, getting back to SVOs. What is it about the SVO? Because I feel like it did not get a lot of love. Probably it's the V8, right? But actually, they're really kind of cool cars. I know I enjoyed them. I saw one not too long ago at Pitts. How long have you owned the car?
26 years.
26 years. It's got an IRS. Uh-oh, okay, we're going underneath. Back in March when I was up at Pitts, it had an IRS swap in it. That was an awesome video. If you haven't seen that, check that out. SVOs don't get enough love, and I was able to feature one here on the channel for a little while there with my buddy, MrAutoMotif. The best part of it is it goes whoosh. We have several videos on that car, his 84 SVO. It's actually his son's car. We have several of them on the channel. I'm actually gonna have all of them on a playlist in case you're not sure, you're a little newer to the channel. I'm gonna have all those SVO videos there along with the one I just talked about that was at Pitts, the IRS swapped SVO. I just decided to make an SVO playlist. Have a lot of playlists here on the channel. But yeah, MrAutoMotif specifically, he's had a lot of updates to it, and I really want to share that with you. I ran into him at the Mustang Owners Museum, that meetup that we had around the 4th of July. Saw some of you guys out there. That was really cool. And you've seen that main video, but you did not see the little segment I did on his car. So we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna cut to that footage. You get all the full updates. But yeah, here's the status on MrAutoMotif's 84 SVO. Well, his sons, and man, guys, have they been busy on that car. You gotta check it out. It's looking much better, so let me go ahead and cut to that footage. Guys, while we're hanging out here, got a little update for you. This car was on the channel a long time ago, and it's had some updates, and with the owner here, we're just gonna walk through them. For one thing, this looks completely different from the last time we saw it. 84 or 85, I forget. 84 SVO, that's right. You changed the intake manifold now.
Right? Yeah, so this is a gutted, ported, rotated intake from Stinger Performance. And you got a custom fuel rail in there, fuel pressure regulator, 80-pound injectors. Rotates around the what is it, the alternator. So all this piping is custom now. Basically, I had this big charge pipe that swung all the way.
I remember that, yeah, it's much more open here now.
Yeah, it's all open. Just put a little showpiece pipe on here. We actually had a nice piece coming off the turbo, polished aluminum that went down.
I remember that.
But, the silicone broke on me.
You relocated your TFI module, that's down there now, right?
That's on the frame rail.
Yep.
And that was all the starting issues I was having, but I think I nailed it down to a bad ground on the motor and then a new starter wire.
Okay.
I had to put in 1 gauge on the
Yeah, at one point, guys, he was having, I guess it would get too hot and you couldn't restart it, right?
Yeah, overheating.
Okay. But now that seems to fix it, the new starter wire. And
yeah, I put 1 gauge wire on the starter and put a 1 gauge wire on the block to the frame.
Okay.
And I trunk mounted the battery, and that's what started a lot of these weird issues.
Still got this here, still looks good.
It's dirty.
Yeah, I know. Hey,
Dirty.
we can go over my engine bay in a minute and I'll show you what dirty is.
That's the problem. I had this thing looking mint.
Yeah.
And then you drive it, and if you're going to drive your car, they're going to get ugly.
It's going to look like this in no time. Yeah.
The big update, though, is I changed the whole front suspension.
Okay.
So some of the SVO purists will probably hate me, but you can't buy ball joints for the control arms anymore. So they started getting bad, and I switched over to
Because they're different control arms. They're not the V8 control arms, are they?
They're different. They're
Yeah.
wider. I don't even know how to explain it, but I put a Fox front end on it. Brand new struts, caster camber plates, lowered springs.
Is it a V8 Fox K member or it's still the original K member?
I said K member, but
Okay.
it's just everything but the K member. So the
Okay.
control arms and the suspension.
Yeah, so did it lower some? Or is
It
this...
did a little bit, but the V8 springs with the 4-cylinder,
Yeah.
it doesn't weigh it down as much.
Okay.
But it did give it a very even stance.
That's, yeah, I was gonna say it is very even. And you know what? This has been painted too. And you had
painted
the
the
wheels
car.
polished as well.
We painted, I don't know how long it's been, but we painted the
Yeah.
car, polished the wheels.
Yeah, I don't think I had that on the channel since you did that.
I've only wet sanded this side of it.
Okay.
So I've been working on this side. I haven't finished up the other side yet. The other big thing is we put our 99 to 04 PBR brakes.
Did you?
So
Okay.
you can see a little bit of red. Came factory on the 99 to 04.
Did they? Okay, so basically it's like a new edge brake upgrade.
Exactly.
Okay.
Bigger rotors, dual piston calipers.
It probably was pretty easy to do since you're already 5 lug.
Well, that's the reason why I went that way.
Yeah.
The only downside is the control arms are shorter. So I had to put a wheel spacer on for these weird SVO wheels
Okay.
to make it sit right.
I mean, it's coming out right where you'd want it. It's not poking.
Yeah, but without the spacer, it was tucked all the way in.
Okay.
So I
Yeah,
put
so you
like
got
a-
that right then.
Yeah, I got all that lined up right. And now I can put springs and ball joints in it if I need to.
Right. Without trying to find them. Does it ride a lot better after that?
Right, it's like brand new car.
Okay.
All this weird piping and stuff on here, but that's a PCV setup. So I'm having a problem under boost. It blows oil out the dipstick.
Okay. Yeah, so you've got a catch can, yeah.
So I put the clear tubing on so I can see if I'm getting a lot of blow by or not right now.
Okay. That's a good way to diagnose.
Yeah. I think I'm still having a flow problem, but we'll
Okay.
figure it out.
Got the console out.
So I'm
What are you doing in here?
experimenting with interior parts right now. So I took the console out and I made my own shift console.
Oh yeah, okay, it says SVO on it, right?
Yeah, so that's
He made that, guys. Check that out.
it's a 3D print. The quality's low right now. It's speed print, but we're also making another one to cover the shifter.
Okay.
So if you see some of the older Foxes, they've got a very small emergency brake armrest.
Yep.
So we're
I think that's
to-
like the console delete maybe or something.
yeah, it's like a console delete setup.
Okay.
And then I printed the radio mount in the dash.
Printed the radio mount in the dash. Okay.
So that's a design I just came up
Wow, actually, that looks kind of factory to me.
with. That's that
Was that the
probably-
goal?
That's the goal.
Okay. It looks, I
At
mean,
some
I'm
point,
sure
I mean-
somebody could spot it. I can't.
Well, people hack out those 86 and down dashes,
Yeah.
and they're all chewed up. So I'm trying to make a part where we can basically restore that
Okay.
and make it look clean again.
Oh, that's cool.
Back seats are out. I'm still working on upholstery on the back seats.
Oh, okay. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, okay. I see it now. And your big battery.
And the big battery.
That was, that's just, yeah, you had it relocated. That was a job, wasn't it? You had that last time though.
Yeah, I just had to redo all the wiring because
Okay.
the kit I bought was, and this is something people need to be careful of,
Yeah.
it contains copper now in a lot of the wire, not copper, but aluminum in the wiring.
Oh.
So I had to make sure I got 100% copper on the wire.
Okay. Well, she's come a long way
Come
with
along.
paint and
I had
everything.
some, paint runs here.
Okay, this is where you want to wet sand this side, basically.
Yeah, so there were some clear coat drips.
Yeah.
So you take a razor
Oh, I
blade
can
and
see a
shave
little bit.
them off.
Okay.
And now I have to go back over and buff it. You can see them all the way down the quarter panel.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll show up on camera, guys. Well, it might a little bit, but
I
cool.
just wet sand the rest of it and buff it out.
Yeah, you'll get there. The wheels made a big difference, I think,
Huge.
polishing. Yeah.
So a trick on aluminum wheels, you go to a tractor trailer shop. They polish aluminum all day long. So you take them to a shop like that for $200, they'll polish your wheels off.
Oh, wow. He just had the wheels polished at a tractor trailer shop, guys.
Actually, it was over a year ago at this point.
Okay. But only $200 to polish all the wheels?
Yeah, they
Oh.
looked amazing. Like, you think they look good now.
Yeah, I know. I think I saw it on Instagram. Yeah.
They're unbelievable when they come back from the shop.
They still look good, though. I mean, compared to what it was before that gray. And
They're
just-
all oxidized.
Yeah.
You know.
So a little update on this car. I mean, it's probably been a year and a half since it's been on the channel. My favorite thing that you've done, I think the engine bay looks so much better with this opened up, and especially I'm sure that intake probably helped it get a little more power. Did you notice any difference? Did it feel like?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Your son loves it, right?
Oh yeah.
So that's the key. That's the key.
If it was up to me, that would be a V8 right now.
Yeah. But this is fun too. So. So what did you think about the 84 SVO? I mean, I think the engine bay looks awesome. So much cleaner, so much better there. And also the paint on that car, guys, the video didn't do it justice. It really has improved. Paint's a lot better. He does have a little bit more wet sandy to do, but yeah, the paint and the wheels, all that looks so much better. I'm really happy for him. He's been taking a break from social media. He does have his own YouTube channel, all that stuff, but he's just been taking a break. And I can respect that. At times, you know, it does get a little bit overwhelming to constantly do it, like I've been doing almost 3 years now, which is hard to believe. So I definitely get that, but it was cool that he still was able to share the car with the channel. It's been a car that's on the channel in the past, and I know some of you guys had asked about it. So I really was glad we got to cover that. And like I said, the real reason I think that SVOs don't get as much love is because they got the 4-cylinder turbo. You know, they don't have the V8s, and I think that's why they didn't get as much love. But let me know down in the comments below why you think the SVO was so hated and not appreciated, or maybe you still hate it. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about that though. Really just made for cornering and that type of thing, but I just think they're great. The 5 lugs and the Coney suspension, all that. I love that, especially with what I'm doing with Nemesis, which is building a track focused car. So anyway, that's about it. The other thing I will say about this car I didn't mention is the thing coming up with it for 2 years that I told you guys I'd do 2 years ago. It does require me to clean it, and it's gotten a little dirty here sitting in the garage. So I'm gonna clean that up, but you gotta stay tuned to the channel to see what I'm gonna do with it. And yeah, that's about it for this one. Not too much to cover. Do remember the Amazon link I told you about, the affiliate link. Again, doesn't cost you anything extra. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. If you're stopping in for the first time, please subscribe, because I do upload 2 times a week, every Sunday and Wednesday, so you can count on that consistent content. And we'll see you here next time on Gearhead 704. What happened here?
So I'm working on the car and I dropped a freaking wrench.
Oh man.
Shipped it. So I just had to dodge.
Okay, well at least the paint guy didn't do that.
No, he didn't. That was my fault. I screwed up.
I'll delete that. We don't have to put that in. Here's the status on MrAutoMotif's. So yeah, here's the status on MrAutoMotif's 84 SVO, and boy, guys, has he. Oh, I messed it up again.